Hello and welcome once more to Red Gaming Tech. My name is Marta. Today is the 2nd of February and I have some rather interesting news regarding Sony Online Entertainment, who are of course responsible for games such as EverQuest, PlanetSide 2, DC Universe Online, as well as of course H1Z1, which is currently in early access. Now what's interesting about this is that it has been sold by Sony to the investment firm Columbus Nova, and this was announced officially by SOE. So basically that means Sony Online Entertainment effectively is no more and will be now operating as an independent game studio under a new name, which will be Daybreak Game Company. Now, John Smedley, who of course was formerly the president of SOE but now is the president of Daybreak, had something to say regarding this rather unexpected move, and he said, quote, "We are excited to join Columbus Nova's impressive roster of companies. They have a proven track record in similar and related industries, and we are eager to move forward to see how we can push the boundaries of online gaming. We will continue to focus on delivering exceptional games to players around the world, as well as bringing our portfolio to new platforms, fully embracing the multi-platform world in which we live." Now, Daybreak Game Company will of course continue to work on games such as H1Z1, EverQuest Next, EverQuest Landmark, and other projects which were started by SOE. What is really interesting though is that this studio is now independent of Sony, which basically means they are free to develop their titles for both Xbox and mobile platforms, not just PlayStation and the PC. And John Smedley said, quote, "So what exactly does this mean for you? It will be business as usual and all SOE games will continue on their current path of development and operation. In fact, we expect to have even more resources available to us as a result of this acquisition. It also means new exciting developments for our existing IP and games, as we can now fully embrace the multi-platform world we are living in." And then John Smedley further said on Twitter in a separate post, quote, "Can't wait to make Xbox games. All of our games are still here and will continue to be." So basically, this is going to have no effect on any of their current or upcoming games. What it does mean though is that games such as say PlanetSide 2 and H1Z1 and EverQuest Next will have the possibility of coming out on Xbox platforms, which of course would never have happened while they were still being owned by Sony. This is a really surprising move, to be honest. And of course, they still have their Sony Interactive. Basically, they're still going to be making single-player games, such as, say, Uncharted. I know it's developed by Naughty Dog, but you get the point. They're still going to be handling stuff like that. This is obviously the online games like PlanetSide 2 and H1Z1 that are going to be basically free to be multi-platform, which is pretty damn good news for anyone who perhaps wasn't a PlayStation or PC gamer. So there you have it. Now it's unclear whether or not we will see games such as say PlanetSide 2 come to Xbox or EverQuest come to Xbox, but it seems like it's entirely possible for that to happen, as the IP is now with Daybreak, which of course no longer associated with Sony. So it seems like they do that, but it might be that Sony still owns the IP. I'm not exactly 100% sure. The wording's a little bit unclear. It suggests to me that they can, as John Smedley even said, can't wait to make Xbox games, but that doesn't mean the current games will be on Xbox. But I'd be surprised if Sony somehow managed to keep the IP, given that, well, it was Sony Online Entertainment that had it, and it's now Daybreak Game Company, which is now owned by Columbus Nova. So I don't see how they'd pull that one, but it's entirely possible. So don't take my word for it that we're going to be seeing these games come on Xbox, but it's at least now possible, whereas before, lol, forget it, basically. So yeah, interesting stuff, and very much seems like they're doubling down on PlayStation, which is definitely a wise choice given how successful that console has been for them so far. So, do let me know your thoughts and opinions on this. What do you think will become of, say, PlanetSide 2, EverQuest Next, and all of these other IPs? Do you think they'll actually make their way to Xbox, or will it be future titles, like, be done by the Daybreak Game Company, that will make their way to Xbox, where they previously wouldn't have made their way over there? Do let me know your thoughts, and I'll see you next time.